Welcome back to ADHD Skills with Jess and Alex. She's Jess, I'm Alex, and today we're going to be talking about self-advocacy. Now, Jess, what in the heck is self-advocacy?
So that's a really interesting question because self-advocacy can be defined differently for everyone. For me, self-advocacy is speaking up for yourself, or if you have a question or anything, that you go and speak up and you ask for help. You go and you seek someone that you know can help you and get the help you need. Now, sometimes you don't get it automatically. So, for example, when I was in school and college and graduate school, if I had a question about an assignment, I was really nervous to reach out to my professors. So what I would do is someone told me, just email them. If they don't email you back, then ask them in class. So I would do that. I would email my professors and say, I have a question with this assignment. I don't understand how it's written. Can you please explain to me? If I didn't hear back from them, then I would go see them in class or office hours. They actually really appreciated it because they actually got to know me and they actually could understand some of my difficulties that I was having in the class. And they actually gave me some tips to help me with further along with the other assignments. So then I got so comfortable to the point where I actually, at the beginning of class and the beginning of every semester, I would introduce myself to my professors. Hi, my name is Jessica McLaren. I have ADD. These are my accommodations. I'm in disability services. They really appreciated just getting to know who I was and just the fact that I told them about me. And then that actually helped me long term when I would reach out to them again later on in the semester. And they're like, she actually really cares. Or, hey, I remember who she is. So it really helped me to get the support I needed. And they actually appreciate it because you're actually showing them that you're independent by doing it yourself, not having someone else do it. And also you're showing them that when I need help, I know how to ask for it. But also it's okay not to know how to ask for it because you have other people that can help you, which I didn't realize until I got stuck and my roommate helped me, or also my counselor in disability services helped me formulate the wonderful email that now I used when I was in college and my master's.
Mm.
What about you? How would you define it?
Yeah, I guess I would define it as asking for what you need and really going to bat for yourself. I think of, I run my own business, but for a while I was working a part-time job and running my business. And I said to my supervisor, look, I've got my own business that I need to run, but I want to be available for this part-time job. And I can be flexible. I just need to know when I'm working. And so the more you can give me my schedule ahead of time, that would be great. And so I asked, to get my schedule a couple weeks in advance or whatever it was that I needed. And then eventually I got into a routine. And basically I said, hey, I like working these hours that you're having me work. Can I just do that until the job ends? And he was like, yeah, that works. And it was great. Another aspect of running my own business is kind of setting my own schedule. And when you have your own schedule and you set your own schedule, other people think they can set your schedule for you.
Mm.
So when I need to work on my business, I have learned to say no to other people.
How has it felt to say no to other people?
It's at first, it's a little hard. You feel a little guilty because can you do it? Yes. But what else could you be doing? Could you be doing something better for yourself during that time? And so I've just had to make the hard decision to say no when someone asks me to do something that's outside of my available hours.
So it sounds like what you're saying, Alex, is that it was a hard to say no, but long term, it was very beneficial. And that guilt you had inside of you, which I can imagine was eating away, that it kind of went away once you started doing your other stuff and once you started doing stuff that you need to get done for that day that you had planned.
Yeah. When you've got a plan and you need to follow through on that plan, you have to say no to other things. For example, I was just asked to drive someone to the airport this past Saturday. But before they had asked me to do it, I had purchased a pork butt that I was going to smoke on Saturday. I said no to driving someone to the airport because I knew Saturday was my day to cook this pork butt for hours and hours and hours because it takes a long time. And I knew that if I said yes to taking them to the airport, I would have to drive to their place, pick them up, drive them to the airport, then drive back to my place, all while my pork was being smoked.
That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, leaving pork unattended is kind of dangerous. So I said no. Did I feel guilty? Yes. Did the pork take away the guilt? Yes. Because, well, it wasn't really the pork that took away the guilt. It was me standing up for myself. And once I realized that, yeah, I was being a self-advocate in that situation, I knew that I had made the right decision. I had said yes to myself and asked for what I need. Or not even asked, I just went out and took it.
Which probably was very rewarding too. And also knowing the fact that you can do it. So you stood up for yourself and you're proof to yourself. So actually kind of deep down, just like how my example and yours too, is it builds up your self-confidence. And over time, you realize, wow, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. I can really do this.
And I think you bring up an interesting point. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So if you're sitting at home watching this video and you're like, oh, I could never do that. I could never say no to someone wanting a ride from the airport. Well, guess what? If you take the leap and say no, it gets easier. The more you do it, the easier it becomes.
It's true. Just write up that mock email or even talk to someone about what you can say to your professor or your teacher and do it. And once you keep doing it, it gets easier. It becomes natural and you will see the big change. You will see also the respect your teacher has for you because you're standing up, you're putting your foot down, and you're speaking for yourself, no one else. And teachers and people really appreciate when you do that because they know that it's coming from you and that you really want it. Whether you kind of want it or not academically, you still need to do it because it's what helps you.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. Self-advocacy is about helping yourself. You know, on the airlines, they say, put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. So right there, you've got a prime example of taking care of yourself first. And then once you've taken care of yourself, you have more to give to others. So you can help others, but first you need to take care of yourself so that you're in a position where you're giving from excess and not from whatever you can scrape up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I would be really interesting if people want to put down their comments on different things that they would like to self-advocate for or having trouble with. And we can feel free to comment and give you back feedback in different ways to help. So I'd be really interested to see anyone struggling with anything or also successes as well. So if you guys can relate, please feel free to comment below. I'm Jess.
I'm Alex.